Yo, what going on? What's going on? Welcome to another live stream episode of A Different Day with Jah and
It's Neci. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We're going to give you a little time to come in, but you're now rocking with the best. You're on the number one station in the U.S. Virgin Islands, 101.3 Row FM. Thank you.
Not the little one.
The big row, you check? So we're gonna talk about a little bit about the big row. I got a video to show you too, because the boss lady doing some things and we need to set some records straight. We're gonna do that a little bit later. Yeah. What going on, Darren? What going on?
Hey, Darren.
Big up the man. If you're watching this live, please go ahead and share the live so other people can see and find out about A Different Day with Jah and Neci.
Mm-hmm.
Keita, what going on? Share the live, guys. Share the live. Thanks for coming in. Hey, so you just finished the festival season. This episode is gonna be our live festival recap. Unfortunately, I was not there. I wasn't there. I ain't gonna lie. It had a lot going on with the festival. It was looking lean, cursed. It was a lot going on, but a lot of stuff that had me like, dang, I glad I didn't go. But good thing Neci's always down to be out and about, so she gonna give us the coverage from her point of view. I was trying to get some other people on so we could get some multiple mixed reviews, but that fell through because I have learned apparently there's a lot of politics that goes into this festival thing, and people don't want to receive backlash, and people are trying to protect their brands and stuff. I didn't expect it, but I'm glad I know now. You know what I'm saying? Did you know that, Neci?
I mean, everything has a political aspect to it, so I can understand there's things that you can immerse yourself in and speak boldly and blatantly about, and there's things you have to bite your tongue about and not on wave. So I get it. I get it.
Yeah, for sure. And I wish that we all could say what we want to say when we want to say it, but unfortunately, that's not the world that we're living in. And I also understand that when you live on a small island where everybody knows everybody, it's not the best thing to just go unfiltered. Good afternoon, what's going on, Nisha? Hey, big up Nisha and her podcast, also Sip and Chat. I listened to a couple of those episodes and it's dope. I go ahead and follow them as well. That's Nisha Williams Harris with a podcast. I listen through Audible. It's on quite a few. It's Sip and Chat with an N. All right, big up. So first, we're gonna run through the news because you know that we here at A Different Day, we cover the news, we cover trending topics. Yes, this is the festival recap, but we also want to cover some other things. But first, I want to give a big shout out to this lovely lady, Tessa Cabot, because this is why I say support the people that support you. She sent me a shirt that I had asked for, and it's dope. She didn't have the website, but she came through with it, and I love my friggin' shirt. I check this out, man. Big up Tess Cabot and Lioness Order. Not only did she send that, it came with some Rasta car coasters. I'm living up to my name. Jah is a Rasta now. I live it up to my name. All right. So she also said, listen, no Rasta man is complete without. Between this and the Jah is my co-pilot. Yeah. So big up Lioness Order. Recognize this when you see it. And she also sent me a very heartfelt letter, which I just have to I really appreciate it, man. The letter says, thank you, Jah, for inquiring about one of our designs. I appreciate you. Hope you enjoy your car combo as well. Website uploading in a few. Love you, King Tess. Oh my God. No, that is customer service. You check what I'm saying? Yes, we appreciate the support. Sip and Chat, keeping it real. There it is. Hey, don't have to be dread to be Rasta. I know I was a bald headed, but still, I tried growing it out. It didn't work. That's not my fault. to do wifey or Rasta Jah. You know what's funny? I have some Rasta
Hey,
family members,
wifey.
right? What going on, Shaman? What going on? I have some Rasta family members, right? And one of them had told me, hey, you know how it is that your name is Jamali? And I had to change my name when I become Rasta, and you just have the Rastaest name ever, and you ain't even Rasta. Like, she was jealous for real. And when I thought about it, I was like, damn, you're right. My name is Jamali. I mean Ras. I mean going Ras. I like to eat meat myself. Pause. Sorry. All right. So thank you again, Lioness Order. You keep that in mind. Check them out. Now here we go with the news. We gonna kind of get through this because a lot has happened, people. A lot has happened in a couple weeks that we've been gone, and then we're gonna get into our festival recap. Here we go. A Minnesota woman was unalived on Thursday after a shark chomped, that's not me, that's Fox News used that word, chomped her arm off while she was visiting the U.S. Virgin Islands. Arlene Lillis, 56 of Minnesota, was pronounced unalive following the attack, according to a news release from the U.S. VIPD. Several people called 911 just before 4:30 p.m. Thursday to report that a woman had been attacked by a shark at Dorch Beach on St. Croix. Fire officials confirmed the woman lost an arm during the attack and later succumbed to her injuries. While it was reported there may have been a second victim, St. Croix rescue searched the perimeter of the beach area and did not find anyone else. I'd like to extend our condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones of that woman who unfortunately was unalived by that shark attack. If you know anything about sharks on the Virgin Islands, this is a very, very rare occurrence. And for it to happen at that popular beach, it has a lot of people scared. Look in and do the research first before you start talking about it. I know people talking about they're going to go find the shark and all of that. I don't even know how you would do it, considering that, how do you even know which shark, what kind of shark it was or whatever? But please, if you're not skilled and this is not something that you do, please don't go out there just looking. Neci, what do you have to say about that?
No, I agree. My condolences to her and her family, especially, that tragedy happening here. Like you said, that's not something that happens in our community. And then, you happening on vacation and then to lose your life, it's a toll. It takes a lot. So our heart goes out to them to deal with the situation, and it's very sad. And like you said, I don't know how we're going to find a shark, but this is just one of those things that we don't have in the community that happens, and you just have to take space about the situation, because I couldn't believe it. I was planning to go beach. I needed to soak my bones. But I didn't go for a different reason. But it's just kind of hard, hard to see. Like you said, it's a very popular beach that all of us go to all the time. So it's not something that we don't even have those situations occurring. So it's very sad, and my heart goes out to their family for real.
Facts. Our condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones. All right. Mm-hmm. Now we do have coverage. There was a young man or a man that was in his hotel room. He was on vacation, and with tremendous bravery, he actually came out from his hotel room, saw what was happening, scoped the scene, ran into the water to try to save her. As we know, unfortunately, he was unable to. But we have his video. Here it is of him talking about what happened that day.
My name's Christopher Carroll. I'm here on St. Croix. It's my second day. Staying at Sandcastles on the beach in Frederickstead. And this afternoon around 5 p.m., I was in my hotel room and I heard screaming coming from the beach. So I ran downstairs to kind of see if somebody needed medical assistance, because I'm a nurse. And I saw there was a woman in distress in the water. Everybody was pointing at her. So I had been a lifeguard when I was younger, so I swam out to try and help and saw that she was in distress. When I got to her, I saw a large amount of blood in the water, and then I realized that it was some kind of a shark attack. and I got a hold of her, got her in tow, started towing her back to the beach, and then I noticed she had a horrible traumatic wound. Her left arm was gone from the elbow down. Her the only thing was her humerus bone, her shoulder, all of the flesh was gone. She was pale, blue lips. She said her name was Arlene. I told her she was going to make it. I swam her back to shore as quickly as I could, and then a bunch of people here helped get her up on the beach. Once we got her on the beach, we elevated her legs, tried to provide medical care, and St. Croix paramedics or EMTs came very quickly. They got her on a backboard, they got her to the ambulance, and they got her out of here as fast as they could. But I was just told that she didn't make it. So deadly shark attack on the Frederiksted side of St. Croix.
Can you imagine seeing this scene and the first thing that you think about is to rush in to attempt to save her? Man.
Kudos to our first responders. They have a heart for what they do. They know what they signed up for. It's not a thing that you turn off. When most people could take your job and clock out and leave it at work, but for them, it's always on. It's always, willing and able. And my heart goes out to them for always being ready and willing to intervene when in a moment's notice to help anyone in distress.
Facts. So yeah, like Neci said, shout out to that man and to the first responders. I had seen, it's the Virgin Islands. I had seen that people were talking about the hospital is Juan Louis. Listen, with the amount of blood that she lost, give Jack his jacket. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not always just pointing the fingers. You can just say condolences and move on.
Agreed.
All right. Speaking of moving on, you know what else the USVI is popular or known for? Its high cost of living. One senator does not think that the high cost of living and the minimum wage go together. Now, to be clear, this is related to small businesses. So I want to make that clear, all right? Before I read this. Senator Hubert Frederick warned that raising the private sector minimum wage could increase costs for consumers, urging amendments to Bill 36-0030 to protect small businesses as the committee advanced a phased plan to raise wages to $16 over 3 years. If you think the cost of living in the Virgin Islands is high today, wait until we implement the increase in minimum wage. That was a warning from Senator Hubert Frederick as the Committee on Rules and Judiciary considered legislation to increase the minimum wage in the private sector. According to Senator Frederick, that's just business. A business owner himself, Mr. Frederick did not seem too keen on implementing the bill as written. However, as a non-committee member, he could comment during Thursday's meeting but held no voting power. Senator Frederick suggested that Bill 36-0030 be amended to make special provisions for mom and pop businesses who will not be able to afford paying higher wages for their small businesses at this time. Mr. Frederick suggested that implementation of a minimum wage increase in the private sector take a graduated form. Not really sure what a graduated form is. The proposal calls for a phased increase in the minimum hourly wage to $16 over 3 years. Under the plan, the wage would rise to $12 90 days after enactment, followed by annual increases until reaching $16 per hour. According to Senator Frederick, the current lack of business activity near the cruise port is already due to high operating costs. They don't make a lot of money as it is, and if they have to pay people $16 an hour, why are they even going to come down and try to provide a service? He questioned. He believes that to foster a more vibrant small business landscape, accommodations must be made. We're going to have an amendment to allow people to pay a little less because they're not able to carry that heavy cost of labor, he stated plainly. This has nothing to do with the ability to buy a home and live a better life. We have to make sure we provide our businesses an opportunity to survive, Senator Frederick continued. He suggested that with the appropriate amendment, I think this would be a great piece of legislation for those businesses that could afford it. To put things in context, the current minimum wage in the USVI is $10.50. The St. Croix senator reminded those listening that businesses don't eat the cost, they pass it on to consumers, which is true. So if you're willing to pay more, increase your minimum wage, he said, a comment perhaps directed to committee members. Despite their colleagues' ventilated concerns, the 6 committee members present on Thursday voted in favor of the bill. This included Senator Angel Boquist, who had initially expressed some concern over the proposed legislation. Bill 36-0030, he said, fails to address several other key issues. He lamented that it doesn't fix or reactivate or replace the wage board to ensure that ongoing reviews continue. Nor does it provide sector-specific guidance for industries such as small business or tip workers. He also complained that the bill doesn't hold the governor accountable in a timely manner to appoint the wage board members. According to Boquist, there is also no enforcement language in the measure, nor is there a requirement to conduct a study to track the financial impact of the outcomes of the bill. The bill moves to the upcoming legislative session, where it is expected to be given a final seal of approval by lawmakers. It is unclear whether amendments to fix the deficiencies outlined by Senator Boquist will be forthcoming at that time. Yeah. All right. So yes, we know that the cost of living is extremely high in the Virgin Islands. All you gotta do is go to Plaza one time. But before we say anything, disclaimer: the views and opinions on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of the broadcaster. Whatever we're about to say, do not hold 101.3 Roy FM responsible. Hold me responsible. Solely Jah. All right. I'll even give you my government name and email if you ask about it. But yes, Neci, what do you think about what those 2 senators have to say?
I understand his resent to not to be on board with the bill. I don't think it's a matter of he doesn't agree that the wage needs to be increased. It's how do we not cripple the small business community? Based on the reading, the big companies can afford to do it because they have the capacity to, but your mom and pop shops don't have that. So once it's enforced, how do we ensure that we're not further crippling our small business community? And I mean, at some point we're going to have to pull the trigger and do it. I do feel like we do have to consider the small businesses, of course, and making sure that we're not putting a further burden on them with our already, high electricity bills and the other things that impacts businesses. And so I'm intrigued to see what will come out of the conversation in terms of the bill and how it will get done. But there needs to definitely be an increase because it's just not feasible anymore.
Right. At first, when I first saw the headline, which that's what the headline is for. That's what
headlines do. Mm-hmm.
I was immediately angered, like, this man, stupid up. What are you talking about? No minimum wage increase, so it got me. But after reading the article, which is what a lot of us need to be doing, but don't worry, we'll do it for you. Read the article because he made some very good points. What he brought up in regards to small businesses not being able to eat the cost, it's understandable. That's very true. He spoke on giving them time to catch up or be prepared, which that's the only thing where I'm like, how much more time do they need? Because the first thing is $1.50 increase. $1.50, I don't know. You telling me they can't eat that cost either? But then when you think about it, if they can't, that will lead to people getting, laid off. Small businesses don't hire that many people. So it's a balancing act. But I did not hear any mention of how long should they be given. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there should be a provision put in there, but for how long do we give them? You know what I'm saying? Because this needs to be enacted. Because when you say something to the effect of like, this is not about buying homes and such and such, that's all people are thinking about. Can I feed my family? That's the reason they're working. You can't dismiss that. Like we ain't talking about everything. No. When you talk about work, you're always talking about that. But yeah, he had some good points for sure. I ain't gonna comment on Boquist. So yeah, moving on. But did you have anything else to say on that?
No.
All right, so keep your eyes locked on that to see what happens with the next move with the legislators on the minimum wage increases. All right. Now, so if you've been living under a rock, this is the only way you could have missed this that the Trump administration has done. This man right here, Nicolas Maduro, that boy that stay fresh. He has been taken along with his wife in this fresh Nike tech, which also, because it's America, is now sold out across the country. He got taken in this fresh Nike tech, and next you're gonna see at Village and Juve, gonna be that sleep mask or whatever that is on his face, I guarantee it. But he was taken hostage, I would say. That's how I call it. He was kidnapped and brought to America, supposedly to be brought to justice. This recently happened. Also, so Trump and the administration, after taking him, has claimed that we will now, I don't know if he meant America or his administration, will now run Venezuela. However, I don't see how if the regime never actually changed, because Venezuela's vice president, Delcy Rodriguez, was sworn in as the country's interim president. So I don't know who runs the country.
We know who running the country. We also know who believe they think running the country. There's two different things here. One is a reality and one is a delusion.
No, okay. What we don't know also, because Delcy Rodriguez kind of ran to Russia. And anytime you hear Russia come into the conversation, like we think in war now, right? So she ran to Russia for protection. I guess the Russian protection didn't cover Maduro because he was taken anyway. But like, we don't know if Delcy Rodriguez has struck some kind of deal for the oil, because regardless of what anybody has said in the past, it's very clear now this is about oil. Even the administration is saying it. You were going to say something, Neci?
I was, but when you finished, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
So what I was going to say is, it's not a matter of running to Russia. Russia, China, and Venezuela have legally binding contracts regarding their arrangement when it comes to oil and the financial standings. So it's not a matter of like she ran to Russia. I think they were already scoping it out. And when the move happened, they were like, yeah, come, let me keep you safe over here until we could get you sworn in. And so I think the matter of the oil, a lot of that oil does not belong to the United, but this belongs to the United States, period. A lot of that oil and its transport is in agreements with other nations around the world that they have agreements with that are legally binding, that I think what we're going to see coming soon is a lot of lawsuits to America for the impact that it's causing, because you can't just take somebody's possessions, claim it as your own without any authority. And so I think that will be coming. There's been a lot of chatter regarding that on the financial market, about these contracts that are at play, that these vessels are hundreds of millions of dollars worth of oil. So it will not go unnoticed. It will not go undone. It will not be the end. It's fairly the beginning.
That's a fact. Now, I'm about to read these news stories regarding the tankers that were seized after Maduro. Well, not all of them were after even. I think he took two before even. Anyway, I'm going to read the stories about the oil tankers, but keep in mind that this is from before, because with the Trump administration, you got to keep up with things by the hour damn near, it seemed like. So we're currently up to 5. We're up to 5 oil tanker seizures. All right, keep that in mind before I read this. One of which being a Russian tanker. A Russian tanker was recently seized The Marinera, formerly the Bella 1, was taken in North Atlantic early this month as part of a broader campaign against Venezuela's oil trade and the shadow fleet, escalating tensions with Russia. The tanker changed its name to Marinera and flew the Russian flag to evade sanctions. All right. U.S. officials said special forces and the Coast Guard seized 2, remember, we're up to 5, oil tankers linked to Venezuela in international waters, enforcing sanctions under Operation Southern Spear as part of efforts to disrupt revenue streams tied to the Maduro government. I thought there's no Maduro government. The United States has escalated its economic campaign against Venezuela by seizing 2 oil tankers linked to the government of Nicolas Maduro, a move administration officials described as a major enforcement action under the embargo on Venezuelan crude exports. U.S. officials said on Wednesday the seizures were carried out this week in international waters, with U.S. Special Forces boarding the Russian flag tanker Bella 1 in the North Atlantic on Wednesday after tracking the vessel for approximately 2 weeks. At the same time, the U.S. Coast Guard intercepted a second tanker in the Caribbean Sea. Both vessels were allegedly transporting Venezuelan oil in violation of U.S. sanctions. Administration officials said the operations were intended to enforce existing sanctions and disrupt revenue streams they say fund narco-terrorism activities tied to Venezuela's leadership. Apparently, they didn't get the memo that we're not going with the narco-terrorism no more. The seizures followed President Donald Trump's declaration in December 2025 of a blockade on sanctioned Venezuelan oil tankers as part of Operation Southern Spear, a campaign the administration says is aimed at curbing drug trafficking and increasing pressure on Maduro's government. According to U.S. officials, the Bella 1 had successfully evaded the embargo since mid-December, prompting the decision to conduct a high seas boarding. The use of such a tactic is rare and has raised concerns about diplomatic fallout, particularly given Russia's economic ties to Venezuela and the tanker's Russian flag. U.S. authorities said the actions were justified under international maritime law, citing violations of sanctions imposed in response to Venezuela's disputed elections and alleged human rights abuses. Officials maintain that the seizures fall within U.S. sanction enforcement authority, even as legal experts debate the application of those laws to vessels sailing under neutral or foreign flags. Venezuela's foreign minister, Ivan Gil, condemned the seizures, calling them acts of piracy, and said the Maduro government would seek recourse to the United Nations. He accused Washington of attempting to plunder Venezuela's resources. The Maduro government has faced increasing international isolation since 2018, as the United States recognized opposition figures as legitimate leaders and imposed sweeping sanctions that sharply reduce oil exports, long Venezuela's primary source of revenue. Energy analysts said the latest actions could further tighten global oil supply, adding pressure to already volatile markets. Estimates indicate the seized tankers were carrying millions of barrels of crude valued at hundreds of millions of dollars at current prices. Following news of the seizures, Brent crude prices rose modestly. In Washington, the operations have drawn bipartisan support in Congress for targeting what lawmakers described as illicit funding sources. Some Democrats, however, have called for greater transparency regarding military tactics to prevent unintended escalation. The administration has not disclosed what will ultimately happen to the seized oil, though officials said the cargoes would be redirected to offset enforcement costs associated with the embargo. Even though they went and snatched this man, Nicolas Maduro maintains his innocence. I am innocent. I am not guilty. I am a decent man. I am still president of my country. In response, Beijing has been quick to denounce Maduro's capture, condemning Washington for behaving like the world's policeman. Chinese social media has also erupted with excitement and discussion about the U.S.'s actions, write John Liu and Stephen Jiang. If the U.S. can snatch a leader in their backyard, many ask, why can't China do the same? That last part is very important because remember, the United States was upset at China for trying to take over Taiwan. We got involved in that. Yet we're snatching people out their bed in Nike Techs. China says it will never accept any country acting as world's judge after Maduro detention in U.S. But that won't stop Trump. He already got his eyes, after taking Maduro, on other countries that are sovereign people. He says about Cuba, Cuba is ready to fall. Cuba looks like it's ready to fall. I don't know if they're going to hold out. But Cuba now has no income. They got all of their income from their Venezuela, from the Venezuelan oil. You can tell that's a direct quote. They're not getting any of it, and Cuba is literally ready to fall. So in case you're struggling with keeping up with how many countries are in Trump's sight by now, we'll take care of that for you. Here are all the countries Trump has warned since his Venezuela strike: Mexico, Cuba, Colombia, Greenland, and Iran. And Iran, as well as Venezuela, are connected to Russia because of BRICS. Brazil, Russia, Iran, is it Cuba? And then Syria? Yeah. All right, so that's where we are, people. That's where we are. You see what you guys say about that? Thank God for the Trump administration. You sure? Foreign countries are spending billions to get Americans to hate Trump. He's doing it himself for free. Matter of fact, we're paying him for it. What are you talking about, bro? All right, Neci, what do you have to say?
I say history writers want to sleep. They tired bad. They just want a good 2 days of rest. They're not asking for that. Them history writers are tired. They don't even know what to do.
Because every day
there's something. History gonna be a series. You know, usually you had one book for like world history.
Yeah.
Remember we heard to school we had one book for world history.
Yeah.
And then we had like Caribbean history. This gonna be a series.
The fact that, yes, I can see that happening is a problem. Because the textbooks, like, can you imagine how big they would be to just cover this administration alone?
Encyclopedia series. That's what we're gonna have.
Oh my God. So yeah, but real quick, if you want to get me something I stand out for the pack, this Nike Tech is $140, I think. But all right. So moving on. So that's where we are. And for those like this young man who says, thank God for the Trump administration. Listen, I know if you're like me, you are exhausted with trying to go back and forth with Trump supporters. Because just keep in mind, no matter what happens, they will continue to support him. If they still support him up to now, they will not stop. Let me show you. We're going to do a quick little montage of some of Trump's hypocrisies.
The reason MAGA was so high on Donald Trump was that he was the guy who wasn't going to get involved with this kind of anymore.
We do not seek war. We do not seek nation building. We do not seek regime change.
And we don't want to be the world's policeman.
We don't want to be. Those days are over now. No more American boots on the ground.
We're not afraid of boots on the ground.
No more rebuilding other countries' infrastructure.
We have to rebuild their whole infrastructure.
Yo, Jon Stewart is amazing at pointing stuff out and very funny, even though this is not funny at all. Also, here's him, the president, talking about Venezuelan oil in the past and now.
We're buying oil from Venezuela, so we're making a dictator very rich. Can you believe this? Nobody can believe it. You know where the oil, their oil is garbage. It's horrible. The worst you can get, tar. It's like tar. And to refine it, you need special plants.
Venezuelan oil, which is a heavy oil, very good oil, great oil. It's fantastic for certain things like asphalt roads. The best there is in the world for asphalt roads and other things.
When he wasn't in office, it was terrible oil. It was trash. Now that he is in office and can profit off of it, that's sweet black gold. Hey, don't blame me. Is your boy saying it to them? I'm showing you your boy saying it, all right? But I digress. One last report, because we have to touch on it. Unfortunately, like most things, it is also depressing and negative. But then we're going to go to lighter topics, I promise you. All right. Last but not least, we do have to cover this because it's been a huge news story. Currently, if you haven't been paying attention, there's been protests in Minnesota, Minneapolis, New York, all over, because, which I think this was inevitable, ICE has unalived a 36-year-old woman with children. And here's the video. Before that had even been investigated, Trump and his administration were already making excuses for it, calling the lady a protester and a rioter, and she tried to knock down the ICE agent and all of this other stuff. So now when the protests are happening, there's pushback from the Trump administration, there's pushback from ICE, but they continue to march on. And if you think you're safe just because you've been living in the country for a while, even though you're a citizen or a veteran or any of that, do not be fooled, because this is where we are right now.
Uba Ali spoke to that man and shows us the video of the controversial confrontation.
Cell phone video shows the encounter between Emmanuel Saki and federal agents outside Family Dollar in Brooklyn Park.
Started saying, "Oh, whose car is this? This car is coming to register as somebody named Joseph." I'm like, "No, this car is registered in my fiance's name."
Saki, a Liberian-born, naturalized U.S. citizen, says he showed the agents his driver's license, his name, his photo, proof of who he is.
Asked me, can you give more proof that you are a citizen? I told him I don't have the proof on me right now.
That's when he says the situation escalated. And a struggle ensued, with Saki in handcuffs before being put in a federal vehicle.
I'm a legal citizen, and this is my first time being handcuffed in my whole life.
He says he was taken to an unknown location before being let go. He says he was badly bruised and went to the hospital.
I've been treated like an animal and already hurt me.
He says he immigrated legally to the United States for a better life and to reunite with family.
To tell America it's the place of dream. Equal opportunity, equal right, dreams, based on how I got treated yesterday.
For Saki, he says his oath of citizenship and this certificate didn't protect him.
I feel like this ain't no dream in America.
Uba Ali, WCCO News.
One-Eyed Willie says, no one needs to see this for the 10,000th time. It's making things worse. We know she was unalive. I think we need to see it often, over and over again, so nobody gets comfortable. In my opinion, our memories are too short, because this is reminiscent of something that happened last year, the year before that, the year before that. The only thing that changes is the players. If it ain't police, it's ICE. You just drop the POL, and here we are again. Neci, what do you have to say?
Desensitization is a serious thing.
And that's what they want. How could me showing this again make the situation worse? How does that work?
Because they're unbothered, they're unfazed. It's justified. We're bringing up old dirt.
It's old. It's been like 2 days now. It's been like, what, 3 days? And it's old. That lets you know where we are. Mm-hmm. But yeah, don't worry, One-Eyed Willie. We're going to move off that topic. I want to leave you with this before we go into our
testimony. Is that the name of the person page?
Huh? One-Eyed Willie on YouTube. Just know there's a popular Virgin Islander who was raised in the projects that says white supremacy doesn't exist. Being calling his name, but it's getting crazy. You don't even have to explain it, because what I think is crazy about Virgin Islanders supporting Trump, y'all can't even vote. Y'all can't even vote for your president. So how do you support him? How are you MAGA? I don't understand. You didn't even help get him in office. You can't take him out. You have no choice. Maybe that's a thing that y'all should be working on, or you know what I'm saying? You should be working on being able to vote and have a say, because no matter which president is in office, it'll affect the Virgin Islands. But y'all supporting somebody you didn't even, yeah. So I want to leave you with this and listen to the last part. It's very important. Listen to the last part, what he says about who can check him.
We are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not. We're not going to have Russia or China occupy Greenland, and that's what they're going to do if we don't. So we're going to be doing something with Greenland, either the nice way or the more difficult.
It comes on the heels of comments he made to the New York Times that the only thing limiting his global ambitions is his, quote, own morality.
The only thing limiting his global ambitions is his own morality. Not the law, not the Constitution, not Congress, not the three branch, you know what I'm saying? Not the other two branches, not the Supreme Court. All right. We're going to leave you with that. We can go into our festival recap now. Before we start, keep in mind, Neci was the one that was there, right? I was just watching from the sidelines because I was not there. But Neci, one thing about Neci, she going to have fun regardless, okay? Keep that in mind. This is what Neci be looking at. Right? Or looking like. Does that seem like a person that's tapped in and present? The ancestors and the music has already invaded her body and taken her to another place. So when she gives her recap, keep in mind that the music has already inhabited her. All right. So before we start, we want to give big shout outs to the winners of these multiple activities, these multiple events, because we have to give them shout outs. All right, we're going into our festival recap. Give me 1 second. And it's funny because these men are from our day and time, I think, I would say. Yeah. Big up the Road March winners, Bio International, the Big Jedi of Bram, the originator. Some of the originators, because I don't know Daddy Friday. I wonder what do you think about the Jedi fits now? What do you think about it? You like it?
I think it was different. It's eye-catching, in my opinion. It's different. So I like it.
Road March winners, Bio International, the song
Their first win in 25 years.
Say what?
They haven't won since 2001.
What? Damn! Big up Bio International, my son. They brought it back in a big way. And this festival season, Bio been heavy outside. They've been outside. If I'm not mistaken, for the Children's Parade, they played for Pearl B. Larson. They were out for months. They just had a show again, I think the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Yo, Vio been on site. So shout out Vio International, still doing it big. And they have
they did a thank you last night for their members and stuff like that.
That's what's up. I hope to see more of them. I love to see it. And Daddy Friday, also his music is timeless. And apparently so is Vio International, because they're still in the game. Yeah. Adults Parade winners. Floop, that's a float and a troop. The second runner-up, Frederickstead Healthcare Incorporated. Shout out. First runner-up, Hooked on Life Charters. I saw Hooked on Life Charters, but they had to have another one because I saw just a truck. And I think they were pulling a boat or something. I could be mistaken. but that was Hooked on Life Charter Zone. I could be wrong. Winner was Bayside Gallosbarians. Big them up. For the number one troop for Road March or Adults Parade, the people marching under 50. Second runner-up, St. Croix by Kera Motorcycle Club. First runner-up was VI Bug Out. Yeah, the Bugs was out heavy. The winner, Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights. Wow. Hey, the Olaf folks were killing it this year, is that? For the troop people marching over 100, the winner was Opulence Mass. Big up Opulence Mass, and also Code 340 by extension. They're the big affiliates too. Which one you were marching with? That was who you were with? You with Opulence or you? Who else? Who else? Man, I don't carry on. Anyway.
The next category.
All right, people marching under 100. First runner-up was Regal Dynasty. Big up. Winner was Jones and Company.
Hey! That's what I mean. That's
For
what
the
I mean.
Indian... Say what?
That's what I mean.
That's what you mean? Which one?
Jones and Company.
Jones and Company. I never heard of that one. The
That's
individual
Bio-International.
winner was Mighty Groover. Moko Jumbies, first runner-up, Pet Masters. The winner was Guardians of Cultures. Hey, big up idea.
I like that there was two, because usually we only have one Makajumbi entry.
Mm-hmm.
There were two this year, so I'm loving that.
Good. That's what's up. Steel Pan, the winner was Superior Court Rising Stars. Hey. Masquerade, the winner was Keeping Masquerading Traditions Alive. I love that name. Big them up too. The next one. So we got adults, we got Road March winners. Who else? Adult Parade, Children's Parade. Float, that's combination of troop and float, under 50 people. Winner, Ricardo Richards Elementary. You know where you went?
That's where my children went. So I am a proud mom of the berries. So congratulations to them.
Congratulations, Ricardo Richards Elementary School. For the troop, people marching under 100 people. First runner-up, Herbie Larson, K through 8. They had Vio behind them too. Big up. The winner was Juanita Gardine.
Hey, that's my mama right there.
Okay, Juanita Gardine, that's you got it. Troop, people marching under 50 people. Second runner-up, Keeping Masquerade Traditions. Yay.
Nice.
First runner-up, Calypso Front Troop.
Nice. They looked very nice.
The winner was CMC Arts.
Congratulations.
The Majorettes, second runner-up, St. Croix Majorettes. First runner-up, SLT Legacy Majorettes.
Mm-hmm.
The winner was Sparkle Light Twirlers.
Congratulations. My daughter was a Sparkle Light Twirler when she was small, and so was my niece. So I'm glad that they're back on the road doing their thing.
Nice. Love it. Steel Pan, the first runner-up, Fusion Legacy Steel Orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
The winner was Superior Court Rising Stars.
Awesome.
Marching band, the number one marching band was St. Croix Educational Complex Marching Band. Congratulations. So congratulations to all the winners, all the runner-ups, and everybody that participated. I just hope that you all had fun and you'll be around next year.
Agreed.
Big up Complex Marching Band, my alma mater. Yeah, big them up. Central must not have even participated. We got marching band.
No, they didn't. I don't know if they have a marching band, but they didn't participate.
Okay. Big up Complex for marching by themselves. Complex Massive, General Style. What's good?
I almost asked if he knew what Complex is, but I forgot. I really did.
Hey, yeah, the man went to Complex, man.
It.
Big ups to the gray and blue massive. Yeah. The Barras was out heavy. Congratulations to them.
And they looked good too. So congrats to the kids.
Now, Festival. So we have the lineup here. What you want to do? You want to go down one by one, or how you want to do this?
Hey, we could try that. Let's do that.
Man said Carib Salt bad. Hey, easy no. Ayo win the competition because Ayo was the only players. Like, come on. Everybody else forfeit. Relax. Relax. All right, Lantern Parade. Did you go?
The where?
The Lantern Parade, December 6th.
Yeah.
Did you go?
Yes.
And we covered that.
Yes, we did.
Let's start here. What was your favorite non-fetting event of the festival season?
Well, I mean, that's easy. It's always going to be the children's parade for me.
Yes, you're devout when it comes to that thing.
Yes, it's always going to be that for me. So I will also say, since the Lantern Parade did encompass the kids as well, they are a very, 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 very close second place. I just like to see the kids getting involved in our culture, being creative, being out, embracing the opportunity to be on the road, having that experience. I mean, I had that experience from a very young age, and I think it's something most kids should get an opportunity to experience. So whenever it comes to that, no matter if it's steel pan or quadrille, or being in a troop or a flooper, the majorettes or the guardians, the mukajumbis, like whatever opportunity they get to participate, I'm always for the kids being able to just be out there and enjoying themselves. So yes, that would be my favorite would be the children's parade. The Lantern Parade was good. It was a combination of the mobile parade as well, the mobile light parade. So they always do the vehicles with the lights that drive through the community, and then those vehicles meet the parade in Christiansted, and then they do a parade down from the police station down the main street of Christiansted. And so that was great. And simultaneously when that was happening, there was an event that was happening in Times Square, and I forgot the name of the event, so if someone knows, they can always jump in. But there was an event that happened in Times Square the same day of the parade. So there were kids there and there were vendors there, and there was music, and the seniors were out. There was a senior tent and there were giveaways and things. So it was a really great day. It started to rain, so it was delayed for a while because it was pouring, but those kids was determined to go down the road, and they did. So I love that.
I ain't gonna lie, for the children's parade, when I saw that it was raining, I immediately was like, man, that poor children. You know what I'm saying? They still turn up. That's good. That's good. And for anyone that watches the show, or if you're new to the show, is one thing Neci gonna support is the children's parade, and we want for everyone that goes to the Crucian Christmas festivals to turn up for the children. They work very hard, and if you are a full-grown adult that'll walk, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine them with their little bodies, where every one step for us, it requires two for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they out there in the hot sun, they've been practicing, and they have routines, right? They're not just waiting for the camera while they walk before they bend over and wiggle. So please turn up and support the children when the children's parade comes around.
I agree.
Now, the bull parade, we had covered that as well. So I'm surprised. Okay, what was your number one fetting event? Like a jam, I guess, or whatever. Because I want to hear this. Let me see if it's what I'm thinking. You don't know?
Okay, so it would have to be. Okay, so when you said jam event, you talking about like village events? We're talking about like a private event, because there was a lot of private events and there was a lot of public events. Okay,
let's do both. What was your favorite village fetting event? Let's see what we had here first.
For village, my favorite, honestly, I enjoyed ringing in the new year with my soca husband Adamo.
Listen, I saw the videos of Adamo countdown, and the man had it shut out. Big up Adamo, guys. When he come out, the
Put on
woman
like
that come-
skin. It's giving me goosebumps.
Okay, Adamo. You tell us in the comments too. Talk to us, chat. What was your favorite village event or village night, I should say? Let me go over those two. Do you remember what you have to choose from?
Yeah, that would be my favorite would be Adamo. The New Year's, All Year's night. That would be my favorite village event. Cause that's my social media husband. Like if you know, you know. If you don't know now, you know. That's my social media husband. It's Adamo. Okay.
So the 29th was Culture Night. Unfortunately, that night was shut down early for the fight. I remember.
Yes.
We had All Year Celebration, the 31st. That was the event that you were talking about where Adamo was out there.
Yes.
You had Latin Night, January 1st. Reggae Night was January 2nd.
Yes.
So, and that was your favorite. Adamo,
That was my
All
favorite.
Years.
And so my next favorite would definitely be Cass. That would be the Adults Parade night. Would be my next favorite night. Would be that night.
She telling her herself she like light skinned man. Hey.
I like a good Virgin Islands man. And that's about it. If not,
She tried to say
no. Because I went to see Pumpa for cultural night and Village done Ollie and me get to see he play. I was annoyed.
So, but when it was shut down for cultural night, but he came another night, didn't he?
He performed the following night, but I had an engagement the following night, so I couldn't go the following night to see him perform. So he did perform the next night, and then so Small Axe was also supposed to perform. They did not perform because it ended early. Because I had trained them, they didn't know how to conduct themselves accordingly. They were about how much of a fight they had, but like 10 fight, I don't even know. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But see, I went to see Pumpa too, but
yeah, it shut down early. Okay.
It's shut down early, so that didn't
but
happen.
only now, you notice, only now she called Pumpa. At first, it was Adamo.
No. We were going
Cass.
through. No. We're going through. We're talking about my favorite nights, and I'm telling you what my favorite nights were. I couldn't call him because I didn't see him perform.
Got you.
I know he was going to perform well. Like if he had performed, that would have been a different conversation. I didn't see it, so that's my nights. Don't come and tell me how my nights went. I aim my father light skin. Don't do that.
Hey, a preference is a preference, you know. But we ain't gonna pretend like.
What I did. The only thing I would say is that I love me some Romain Virgo. He played on the wrong night. He should have played for reggae night because he kind of just threw off. He didn't threw off the vibe, but it was a soca night, and he sang mostly like his reggae songs. And so he should have played reggae night because I definitely love that. I also miss Bunji because he did play the 26th, which was the Saturday before Village opened. We kind of debating. Remember we were debating when Village opened, and I was like, why would Bunji then be playing tonight if Village will open till Monday? Yeah. So Bunji's another great artist I would have loved to see perform. But again, engagement, so I did not get to see him perform. He and his wife, Fan, they always perform amazing when they come out to perform. So I missed that as well. So I just think like there were things that I missed that I can't judge because I was not there. Gotcha. I could only judge for the things that I actually went to.
Gotcha. Hey, that makes sense. Darren is saying his favorite village event was reggae night. Listen, I tell it now, yo, is Rasta Jah for the rest of the year because I don't
agree. Morgan Heritage, I love Morgan Heritage. They did not play like I accustomed to seeing them perform. Not that they perform. If you didn't know, if you never seen them, it was nice.
Okay.
But because I know how they perform, that's not how they perform. Okay. So I felt like it was just like a very like low key performance that they did. It was nice, and then also the what his name is, the other artist. Oh gosh,
Diani.
He played like 15 minutes and he was gone.
And he is a popular one that I like his music.
So reggae night can't be my favorite because you shaft me. You shaft me with reggae night. He sang like 4 songs, 5, and he was gone.
My thing about reggae night, I know there was people like Diani and the big names and Morgan Heritage that people would look into, but when I was watching the lives, and for one, reggae night was packed.
It was a packed
house, and I think that the local / international artists held it down bigger than the big names. Yes. Like what Maranai
performed amazing.
What was Kenya Eugene? Oh my God, that was fun.
I was glad to see her back on the stage. Yes, I was glad to see her back on the stage as well. And it was Ras Attitude? It was Ras Attitude?
Ras Attitude or Ras Batch? I can't name.
Ras Batch? I don't want to mix. I'm mixing them up on my apologies.
One of the Ras. I don't know for sure. One of the Ras. Morgan Heritage.
I agree because they mentioned the Peter a few times, and I know that was kind of rough performing without him, and so that's why it was like I felt like they lost a member of their band, and so recently, so I felt like it was very like, so I understand, but I know that they perform it's a very vibrant show. I didn't get that, but they did sing their songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Siobhan says, agreed, only if you have never seen Morgan Heritage before, you would like it then.
Exactly.
Now, listen, reggae night was good. I was introduced to people that I had never been introduced to before, but the ones that came from the Virgin Islands held it down, in my opinion. Because, listen, when I say I was introduced to Kenya Eugene and she killed that show, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I did a little scan. I would never record it, but I did a little scan in my room. It was dope. The performance reggae night was dope.
I was glad to see her back on the stage performing. And I also want to say too, I enjoyed our DJs. The DJs between the sets were doing an amazing job. Lots of them were our local DJs. So kudos to all of you who were able to be on the stage performing tunes and mixes while we were transitioning from artist to artist. I loved it. So that's just my favorite night. My favorite night was with Anamo and Nadia, as we just said, Nari. She performed too, so that was a great night with everyone else who performed as well. Kest night is always the last night of the village is always a big night. So Keston performed really well, and then also, what's the other person's name? I forgot. My head is a blur. I'm still trying to catch myself from festival, to be honest. But it was good. I enjoyed. That was my night.
That's what's up.
If they are light skin, so be it.
It's a coincidence, right. They like the light skin man now. We don't know. Darren talking about, I want to see who going to say Latin night was their favorite. Since you brought it into the chat, how would you like to see how they put it? International Latin night. How would you like to see that change for the better? How could we improve?
Me personally, long time ago, according to the old people them, Latin night used to happen for Three Kings night.
That makes sense.
Or the night before. That's when they had Latin night in the village. Now it became part of the week, and we no longer run village through Three Kings, so it doesn't happen on that night anymore. Which is some new information I learned this Christmas about the history of Latin night. So that was good to know, which makes sense in a way too, because they were tying with Three Kings. Makes perfect sense.
It does.
Now, I'm not an advocate. I won't say I would like to see it run, like we said, of course we want it to run longer, but that comes with a whole other conversation that we have on a different day and another time. But I think that it's not as simple to just get Latin artists. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm saying to run the whole night of the village. It's possible. Excuse me. But I know there was some conversation about it, which is why they start to fill in the night with other artists and change it to the international artists, because it was just one of those things to get a full night schedule of Latin artists. It's not impossible. We do have our own artists that should have been in the card to help fill. I'm not saying that all that should have happened. I'm just saying that's what was said. So if we can get back to making it more authentic, I think that would be great. I think it's part of our village ceremonies. So we just need to embrace it and really make the best of that opportunity. And even if we having it international or whatever, we have a lot of local Hispanic DJs and different things like that. Or we could have set up with performances. There's the VIPR, tap them. They have dance, get the VIPR dancers to come on and do a dance or something. Really fill a slot in that capacity. But what I will say is, not throwing any more stones, because mid festival there was a transition of power, and so we have a new crew that's in so we'll see how they roll out festival next year. Everything that happened this year was already practically in motion and going, so there's nothing much that they could have changed. So we had to just kind of go with what was happening, and so we'll see what the new team does come next year for festival. There's a new team that's in for festival.
Now, yeah, we're not throwing any shade or throwing any stones at anyone. This is how we think that it can be improved. We're not saying who doing anything wrong, why, what. This is about our opinions of, giving feedback of how we think we can be approved. Now, personally, like even looking at these comments, agreed on local artists. I hope those performances are fully preserved. Our local artists gave career best performances for real.
Agreed, yes.
Our local reggae/dancehall bands are amazing, to be honest. I think that we are not utilizing our local entertainment as we should. Like look how you just said we could be doing dances and stuff like that. That like you could bring. We have people that teach salsa and stuff like that in the community. How get the crowd engaged, show somebody how to. I think that would be dope. I don't believe that we need to be spending all this money to import people. I think we can use our local talent and really put our thinking caps on and embrace who we have home and showcase them, because you could be introducing these people to us, and to the world, quite frankly, because now we live streaming.
I disagree with you only because there's every country that has carnival imports an artist from somewhere. It's part of the Kalaloo that makes a melting pot. What I will say is we shouldn't be dismissing the artists that we do have to do. It should be in conjunction with. So I think we should be importing people in to come perform, because some people might never see them perform otherwise. Because a lot of people don't have the opportunity to go other places to see carnivals. And we are one of the very few places that has free carnival that happens for free. Most of the other places you have to pay to go to their village to see the performers perform. We are the only one, I think, in the Caribbean that has a free village. That is very unique to our situation. And so because it's free, a lot of people get to see these artists for the first time, maybe the only time they'll ever get to see them in person and live. But I do agree that it should not be at the cost of our local artists. They should definitely always be on the roster regardless.
Yeah, no, that I wasn't saying don't bring in anybody, I'm saying we could use who we have more. Like, yes, bring in a couple artists. I don't think that we need to have something every night for the village. First of all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to, okay, it's a village night, we need performances. I don't think we need to do that necessarily. Just open the village sometimes. You know what I mean?
You can, but I think that we're just limiting it. If we could have opened it, we could have had a school choir night where the kids the different schools come and sing Christmas carols and have their Christmas performances there. It doesn't have to be a big shebang, but we have to give the community and the children, if you want them to do these things, notice so they can be prepared to do those things. We could have Pan Night. We haven't had Pan Fest in ages. We could revise Pan Night and bring back the few organizations that still play CPAN. They could play in the village at night too. It doesn't have to be the things that we think it should be, but we could embrace those things and have those part of it. We could have a DJ night. We could have a DJ clash. We have enough DJs. We could have a clash on the stage, like a soca clash or whatever it is, and they throwing tune off each other. We could do all of that, and I do agree. It could happen. It could be opened. It could be run longer. It doesn't have to be a grand live stream every night.
Exactly.
They don't want to do that. But we could have entertainment. It can be well received. It could be great. It could be healthy, clean. It could have dancers. You could have people come teach. You could teach quadrille, just teach the soca, the salsa, whatever it is. We could have all of it. We just have it. It's a lot. It sounds good to say. I know. As somebody who does planning and logistics every day, all the day, it's great to say, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. So we hope that they have the right support, the right commitment to get these things done. I don't think that is a matter of they do or don't. And then it also comes to funding too. They gotta have that to do. But let me back to Recapping Festival, because this could be its own show if we have to talk about what we're gonna do for festival.
Oh man, I don't think we were saying different things though.
Not necessarily. I'm just saying about how to make it better and to improve it. I mean, that aspect of it.
Yeah, for sure. No, Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights. Listen,
sleepless nights is the word.
They need to what's the secret behind what they do? Because I have never heard. Listen. The fact that I've never in my life heard a complaint about Stanley and a 10 Sleep ever, how do they do that in the Virgin Islands? That's a gift.
When you find what works, and you do it well, you never have to worry about it again.
They need to teach other performers and stuff home how to do that. Because if you ain't sing cry and you ain't cry over Stanley, that's an accomplishment to me, because they get food, they provide food, entertainment, they got people walking. People don't even complain about walking, and they complain about everything.
Listen,
that's amazing.
Whatever vitamin regime they on, sell it. I will buy it. I can't be the only one. I'm just saying.
The topic of culture was a big discussion this festival. Topic of culture. Here's this comment from Shalima Edwards, this post that I think did touch home, and it was necessary. This is what's on my mind. I don't apologize to those who get offended with my opinion. What we promote and participate in will define our culture. Compare dancing behind Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights with some hard and overstimulating music, which got people in a state of mind that feels it's okay to be in the public. OMG, Juve in these past decades have become so X-rated. It's my opinion that those who want to dress or undress to over-sexualize themselves in broad daylight without regard to the eyes that are seeing them should find an enclosed location and Juve there. Maybe when the stadium opens, if the stadium opens, they can do it there. No admittance to anyone under the age of 18. So whomever is on the festivals committee, legislature, or anyone who's seeking to serve the public, I challenge you to help raise our standard of public appearance during our festival activities. Now, the reason why I post this in reference to culture is the fact that I think we're misunderstanding what culture is, or we're too, culture is being used as an excuse to permit anything and everything that we do. If you see a girl skinning out and she wearing the short or whatever, she wearing a panty, or they're mimicking sex acts and stuff, when someone outside or even someone of the VI says something about it, the first thing they say is, that is our culture. Is that true? You think?
No, it's not our culture. But I also know it's not something that can necessarily be undone, because it's done. It's not even limited to us. It is every carnival everywhere around the world technically has that same experience happening. So it has to be a complete overhaul of carnival if you don't want to see it, or in a way, I don't want to say not participate in it, but choose where and what you go to if you want to minimize seeing that. Like, you won't see that at Stanley Trump, so go to all the Stanley Trumps. You know what I mean? I'm not, the children's parade, you won't see there. Go support the children's parade. Anytime. You could go there. So it's like things like that. So I don't think we can't undo the dominoes effect. But I do think that there are a lot of events that they have that are adult only, that people have to be of a certain age to get into. And people do go to those things. Juve has always been about traversing and celebrating music through the streets. It is always and has been about that. So now limited to not being on the street, I don't agree with it. Because there are Juve troops that do have events that are not on the road sometimes, but the point of Juve is to joy and celebrate through tramping on the street, and that is technically what it's about. What it turned into. I mean, I would say don't go if that's not what you want to see. If that's not the kind of behaviors you want to see displayed, don't participate in things you don't want to be involved in.
Let me read these comments real quick. How does TSK avoid complaints? TSK are models of consistency and know their audience. That's a fact.
Correct.
Big up yourself, Queen Tilda. Thank you for stopping through. TSK does perform out of genuine, just love of the craft. To be honest, it's purely out of culture. So our culture, I'm assuming. So I feel people can feel that and that sense of community they bring. And TSK is, if you're gonna wake up at 2 a.m., it is a family-friendly event. See that? If you complain, Stanley, we know something is wrong with you. What is VI culture? Siobhan says culture is the customs, arts, social institutions, and achievements of a particular nation, people, or other social group. In my opinion, Juve is a part of our culture.
Yes.
Mimicking sex acts, I would not put those two together. You know what I'm saying? Like that is I wouldn't say dangerous, but that's something I don't know if we should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, Juve should and always will be a part of our culture. Yes. Where it's change. You know what I'm saying? Like, change happened. That's the only thing that's constant is change. So we need to understand that that's what's happening. Is it change? Are there any changes that maybe we might want to correct now? Maybe. My concern with it, right? How many people do you think that you see out there, if you ask them, why do we Juve? Do you think we'll be able to answer that? You know what I'm saying? Like, other than saying something like, oh, it's just to free up yourself, and is that true?
No. It's part of our culture to be. It was a part of a free experience of our culture to be able to sing and rejoice in the streets and enjoy our music and be able to do that freely without. I think culturally, Black people, we weren't allowed to listen to music. We used to gather and huddle and listen on the little thing and hear the music, and then we had to hide because we couldn't dance and rejoice. That's what Juve was about. I mean, it's like you said, it's transcended to time. It has changed a lot. It's a whole new experience and a whole new meaning. Some of the culture is still there, but is it just a culture thing? No, because it's but it's part of what brought the whole experience.
Juve is about legitimately, like, really celebrating actual freedom, like literal freedom. People need to remember that too. So I seen somebody say that, Carnival has always been that way. Is that true? No. Because if you look back to the 2000s and 90s and back, that's not true. It's changed. So I think you're going to always have people that are going to complain regardless.
Yeah.
So I do want to ask this question. Do you think Juve now, in its current iteration, is it an adults only event?
No.
Tell us what you think in the chat. Let me read the rest of these comments. Let you think about that for a second. We have to remember that culture is fluid and it constantly changes. There should be safeguards with certain activity, but pearl clutchers do need to relax sometimes. For sure, for sure. Yes, Carnival does have the aspect of celebrating sexuality. However, that's true. It has definitely been going overboard. And I think that just comes with the desensitization.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Work through it.
With the desensitization of the public over time. So yeah, the culture is now Hercules. I do believe children under 16 shouldn't be a part of Juve. If you under 16, either stay on the sidelines, not on the route, and in the presence of adults. What do you think? Under 16?
When we used to go Juve when we were little, we were with adults. So I grew up like that.
My first Juve, I was 14.
Yeah. I grew up going to Juve with adults in our community used to summon we up, count we out, and we know which adult was responsible for us. And we used to have on shirts with our name. We had names on our shirts and everything. We know who we was with, and we know who we got come back home with. Okay? But again, the community, that aspect of community no longer exists.
Yeah. But my first Juve, I was 14. We were outside alone because you could catch a bus then. But we were outside alone, no adult supervision. I did have fun. I'll say that. I don't remember ever being that tired before in my life afterwards. It was a blast. But if you think that nothing has changed, find a video, pictures or something of what it looked like in the early 2000s or the 90s, and look at now. Everybody had on clothes, fully clothed. I assure you. No, you can't.
But we're not living in a world where sex sells and sexualization sells and it trends and it so again the demand.
At Journey to Love TV 803 says, I see the current version of Carnival as a celebration of freedom for all levels, to include lack of body shaming. What's your idea of body shaming in this sense? Because when I see people complaining, it's not usually like saying that, oh, you fat or your body type ain't to wear that. Is usually something to the effect of, do I need to see all your parts? So can you kind of let us know what you mean when you say lack of body shaming? And I get it. Yeah, it is a celebration of freedom for sure, because that's a time when people be letting loose. And I think the less clothing or the lack of clothing is a part of that. I do agree with you there. Right? Kita says right now, yes, Juve is giving adults only. So with what Shalima has said, right? Do you think it's adults only, Neci?
That I think it should be adults only.
Do you think it's considered like what the activities now, how it looks?
How it looks, yes. It looks it looks like based on the behaviors that are displayed, yes.
Okay. So now Shalima had asked about putting Juve in an enclosed location, no admittance to anyone under the age of 18. What do you think?
That's not what the freedom of Juve was created for.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, I sure when the first Juve, nobody was passed out drunk on the road, or you know what I'm saying. But
we can't say that they weren't passed out drunk on the road, because drinking was a big thing back then too. But to the degree that what we have here, I mean, no, I would say no, not to the degree we have here. What I will say, it's either we're going to cultivate the experience to include children to have some type of ownership to continue it, but we have to mold it so they can continue it, but the exclusion doesn't create that. And so there are adult only events that children cannot go to. That's like saying, look, the artists that they had in the village is free, kids go there. They have the girls sing about me mana, and all kind of. They have artists that are singing songs that are children should, but they do perform in the village. right?
Yeah.
Are we not saying now that the village should be adults only? There's some things I feel like we overexpose our children to. The adults who allow their children to go, that's the decision that they've made because their parents brought them or took them or have them there. That's fine. But we can't just eliminate it because we have created the thing that we no longer want it to be.
That's true. That's
We
true.
have to work to change it into something we should want it to be. Now, because you have bands that are kids. They're kid bands.
That's a fact.
And that's who grows up to be in these other bands that we like to enjoy. That's how we have a Vio band that we like. Vio is an older group, but that was an older group. There was a young people group at one point. So, but time created them to have a longevity that allowed that their people have grown with them and enjoyed them at a later experience. We have a different type of experience with them. So, if we didn't have a young people band like Extraction, we won't have Pumpa. Pumpa came out of a band, a children band.
That's a fact.
So what the children are going to listen to the children bands. The complex has a band that they perform, that they do things, and they so we can't just eliminate that aspect of it.
Ita says, I feel like if they try to include a teen band, that could be a good start. The teens need a truck for themselves, maybe.
But they did have a truck for themselves at the Juve.
I say this as a person who grew up with Fusion Band and Styly Band when they were teen school bands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, now on to Parade. Neci,
Were we done with our recap of the other events? I know we had the parade and that's the last thing, but I just want to make sure I know we kind of shift a little bit.
Hold up. You know what we need to talk about? What I didn't ask you, what was your favorite? We asked Village, what was your favorite what would you call it? Like Sunny Side Up and them thing. What kind of event?
A private event?
Yeah, what was your favorite private event? The one I see that I gonna go this year for sure, because that's my type of vibe, is Sunny Side Up. And what was the other thing? What was it? What was the
RSVP.
No, not well. Yeah, that's two now. There was another one. DJ Avalanche was at, and it looked amazing at the Fred. Which one was that?
Oh, you're talking about Midnight Opulence.
No, at the Fred.
Avalanche played for Sunny Side Up.
Mm-hmm.
And he played for Midnight Opulence at the Fred.
Okay, so Sunny Side Up and RSVP.
Midnight Opulence.
They're gonna see me. No, Sunny Side Up and RSVP. They're gonna see me. They gotta see me this year. All right.
But taking heed that these are themed events and the theme changes every year.
I understand.
Okay, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
As RSVP's theme, they were the Derby theme.
I loved it. It looked amazing.
Love that. I love the look. I love how people got involved. I love the hats. I love the horse that was there. The horse and the
that's my type of vibe. And shout out to, of course, we got shout out Roy FM's private event Toast down at Prosperity Farms. That looked very classy. Very
super
good.
classy. Those ladies were dressed, and the men were.
Yeah, so that type of vibe, yeah, you had to step up, and it was not nan G-man in sight. Not one G-man. Yeah, so these private events, let me find them. So it had Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky was the one I thought looked good.
That's the white, the all white.
Mm-hmm. Vanilla Sky, it had RSVP. It had Sunny Side Up. What else we got? We got Toast, Midnight Opulence. You were talking about too. Then, well, we you didn't go to no New Year's Eve party, did you? Everybody was at Village.
No, I went to my intent was to go, but I ended up at the Village.
Okay. Camel Fete. It had Camel Fete. It had Rise and Wine. Big up Rise and Wine as well. And Fun Run, of course. I guess if you can include Fun Run. So, which of these was your favorite?
Now, so look-wise, RSVP.
Okay.
Experience-wise, I love Sunny Side Up.
Okay, look wise, RSVP.
Because RSVP it was at WIM. It was at the WIM Museum, so it was a different landscape, and the natural look of the museum with the concept, it was just perfectly blended together.
Okay.
Perfectly blended. Now, that's what I was saying. I did not go to RSVP, but I was cooping the looks. And I love the looks. I loved it.
I got shout out Akilo because he about to cuss me. Sunny Side Up, RSVP, bad. 25 and up at the first of the movie. If I'm not mistaken, I think he hosted those. So shout out Akilo. He was outside for real, and then Mumbi Jujuve, I think he was like he was like a sponsor the way he was going on.
His home was empty the whole of festival. He went home.
RSVP, Vanilla Sky, Sunny Side Up. Don't forget that 25 and up event at the fort with Pom Pom Blind Ears. There we go.
And then they also had a pool party at the Palms as well.
Shout out to Jennifer Williams for the amazing decor. Jennifer Williams for whose decor? Was that RSVP or who? Yes. There it is. Jennifer absolutely killed the RSVP concept. Yes. There we go. Big up Jennifer Williams for the RSVP concept and decor. Darren says his favorite event was Toast.
I didn't go, so I can't judge that, but it did look amazing.
Which one did you go to?
I ended up at the Village. That's what I told you.
No, you went to RSVP though.
I didn't go to RSVP. I was cooping out RSVP. I didn't go to RSVP.
You went to Sunny Side Up?
I went to Sunny Side Up.
Okay.
I had people. My thing is, I had traffic coming in and out. I had people.
Traffic? Let me find out man, that you tell me about. You got traffic coming in and out. What are we talking about right now?
I had family. I had family visiting.
Okay. Did you go to the thing? You say, did you go to what was it? Vanilla Sky?
Vanilla Sky was I didn't go to Vanilla.
You didn't go. All right.
See, that wasn't the artists that were performing is not really my thing, but it looked great. It just wasn't me. So I didn't go. I didn't go this year.
Hey, me like, yeah, I get exactly what you were saying. Vanilla Sky, I think the headliner, I can't even pronounce Asian, and a lot of I thought it was just because I old, but I don't know who Putu. He did me, you know. Tara said, "Don't forget a light skin man." Bio closed out big last night. For me, that was the last of festival. Yes, they had. Wasn't it Bio and Jamban together? It was
no. You're mixing up. That's an event that ain't happened yet. That's coming up here weekend.
What was the 10th? Something happened yesterday.
Bio had their thank you. They had a thank you event last night at Captain Morgan for a thank you. So that happened last night, which was mass, by the way.
Hold up. The man said partner name is Haitian. That is, you do not spell Haitian with an A and a Y. Somebody lying to me.
I think she just mean like his name is Haitian. That's what you say.
Haitian. All right. Yeah, somebody was out there. They want to put to yeah, he was outside.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what's up. Not my vibe, but I hope y'all all had fun. I seen there was a VIP section outside and all that. Hey, enjoy. I wanted to go via last night, but Buddy said, "Nah, see, you're getting old."
It was full and people were. Let me tell you something. It had cars by Flamboyant. If you know Flamboyant there. And it had cars going down the highway.
Damn.
And like going down the highway. Okay? That's how full down the being last night.
That's what's up. No, so yeah, we're gonna close it out with Parade, where Crucian Girl Neci also was in Parade. That's where I get a picture from, where she vibes in. And don't forget that other people exist.
You could have I could have given you the clean version of the picture if you had asked for it.
Why would I want that? Why would I want that?
That picture actually came from a video. That ain't getting posted.
Okay, that you ain't gonna show. That's what's up. What was your favorite part of the adults parade? Because there was a lot of criticism. If you didn't hear, Simply Sophisticated had some issues with their costumes, and shipping and pieces from the costume didn't come through. But hey, the seamstresses came through last minute and people were outside, but it did raise some criticism. I got a video I'm gonna show you after this. But what did you think about parade, adults parade?
It started on time. They were moving people along. Whether your troops were ready to go or not, they were like move them truck down the road. But I will say, I thought it looked amazing. Those costumes, seeing them in person, very vibrant. The colors were spectacular. I didn't get to see a lot of the beginning of the adults parade because I was so far in the back. So I didn't get to see all the queens and all of those things that usually precedes the troops. So it was a different experience. This is my first time being on the road. 10 years, 10 years. Jesus, it's been a long time. I haven't been on the road. Damn. But it was different being back on the road for real. If you're in rum is boss and rum gonna always win. So I was prepared to win my own battle going on that road. I'll say that much.
Who's your favorite troop? Who was your favorite troop?
My favorite, the one that I keep seeing the most that I like, of course, was Opulence with Code 340. Yes. I really loved that look. Yes. It was really nice. Simply Sophisticated had some really, really great pieces as well. And Regal, honestly, at one point I couldn't tell what costume belonged to one troop because they had just looked so nice. Regal costumes look nice as well. I would say those people who put troops on the road this year did a really good job putting out really good costumes. Those girls, by the time they accentuate and the makeup and the this and the that, they looked mwah, mwah. Okay, so we appreciate them for even giving us and joining and giving us the view of what the parade route is like. So that would be, Opulence would be my number one this year in terms of what I saw on the road. They had a routine too, which I liked. I'm always for a routine, so love that they had a routine.
I think Simply Sophisticated had one too, didn't they?
I don't know, I didn't see, but if they did, I didn't see it. So I haven't recapped the parade and watched the parade to see what all I missed yet. But if they did, I'll catch it on my recap. But I did see Opulence doing theirs, so that's why I said I know that they had a routine.
All right. Yeah. So I want to give a special shout out to Big Up Opulence Mass and Code 340. Listen, I don't know if it was the camera. I don't know if it was the designer or what. But when I saw that green on camera, I have not seen parade costume colors that vibrant before in my life. Big up Opulence Mass and Code 340, man. I was doing it. And Darren, big up all of the troops, really, because I know it's a workout for sure. Please, please, please bring back routines for everybody. You ain't got to do much. Just a little bit. The Simply Sophisticated ladies look great. Yo, there's this one, right? Oof, she was the whole troop for me. But yeah, I saw bumpers for days as a cameraman this year. Hey, the green definitely looked better on camera. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Wait, Siobhan, which troop you was in? What troop that was?
Simply.
You're Simply too? So, hey, I pulled it out, man. I maintain that seamstress energy throughout the school year for the children.
She did trending every day, open social media. I got to see that video. I don't know who refreshing that. I don't know who on a comment every day. Somebody underneath that video every day. Every day, I see that without question. Somebody's open out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm watching you, Siobhan. I'm watching you.
Somebody in consortium. Yeah.
Somebody keeping that video in circulation.
Hey, so unfortunately, not everybody felt that parade was all of that. Parade is becoming so boring now. If you don't attend, you surely won't be missing anything. Parade used to be parading when we had J&J Fun Troop, Provenza, Complex, Central, Gentleman and Jones. I don't even recall seeing the Three Kings walk down the road for Parade. What will it be next? Because at this point, Parade is useless. Damn. Just my opinion. That's a hell of a critique right there, saying that Parade is useless. And obviously, I cropped out the name to protect the person who.
Why?
So, nah. Come on, no. You know why?
They posted it publicly. They did not, or no?
They ain't gonna say that we
Was
put
it
them out there.
posted publicly
They
on
sure
social
did.
media?
They sure did, but they ain't gonna say. Listen.
My thing is take your opinion, find an organization, and create solutions with it.
I would say there was less troops this year for sure. Darren, weren't you Gentleman or Jones? Where they was?
They was not on the road this year.
Make them stand on business. Yeah. Next thing they're gonna say, I be messy.
How? Because
Listen,
we've
had people on the show.
Have the name?
If I didn't, then they'll say I'd be messy.
You is Mr. Messy. What are we talking about?
Anyway, moving on. So here's Miss affiliate of the show, friend of the show, Liv Peltier gives her opinion on the parade.
And before you eat me up, because I know it done coming, I know you're going to be like, nah, this gotta be rage bait. I genuinely feel this was the worst parade I've ever looked at this year. The year just started. But Cruise, like, I used to love watching Cruise parade. I used to love it. I used to be like, wow, so creative. Like, honestly, no shade to Santamos, no shade Rock. But when I was younger, Cruise Adults Parade is what made me fall in love with carnival culture. Dead serious. I used to love watching their Crucian Christmas Festival, like trying to get it correct so they don't have to bite me. And I feel the costumes this year were whack. I feel like the costumes were very whack. I'm so sorry. Like the themes, no sense. No, out the wazoo. Like no sense. I tried my hardest to understand the themes. Still not getting it. I feel like I understood the concept. Was it executed well? Nope. And I know the designer tried their best. That's why I'm never hating on a designer. Designer, it's a lot of work. But the concept was not executed to what it, like, simply sophisticated, disappointment. Like, they don't always come with the bangles. This year, the carnival costumes looked terrible. I'm so sorry. Like, it looked terrible. But what I will say, it looked like everybody had a blast. Like, it looked like everybody had a really blast. And I feel like that's what...
There's more to the video, but I didn't even watch the whole thing before, so I didn't know she was going that hard. But but yeah, that's how she felt, and she was replying to somebody that posted publicly that this, my God, basically saying that this was the worst that people were looking in parade. Now, I don't know if it was because of the situation with the shipping and if it affected more than just simply sophisticated. Again, I'm not a feta, so I ain't gonna dog in the fight. If anything, Gentleman and Jones might be the one that I come down the road with, because apparently you buy your own costume. Let me know if I'm correct or not, Darren. You buy your own costume and you just come down with them, man, and you pay your fee and whatnot. So that seemed like a lot less pressure. But they had a lot of issues with costumes and shipping, and I know they got tariffs now and all other stuff mixing. So I don't know if that was the situation. I did see one young lady. I was like, wait, is that a panty and a bra? Is that like, and it wasn't matching? Is that literally what that was? So I don't know if we could really say like y'all just look bad, or the situation they were working with the circumstances.
I will say that to each their own. If the carnival or the juve or the village or whatever didn't look good, it looked bad, it was the worst. I won't pretend like every year is the best one or better than the one before. That's just the odds of the game. Like you said, Simply did have some issues with their costumes, which they've never had before. So this is the first time issue for them, being on the road in 15 years. We've had other troops that had issues with costumes before. It is something that's not unique to our situation. I know big costume makers in Trinidad that had issues with costumes for parade before too. So it's not like a one-off situation. It happens to the best of us. The thing about it is when you're in these situations, what do you do to try to recoup? A lot of the girls, like you said, were some of them found bathing suits or whatever to match whatever to go down the road. You don't spend your money. You don't have it. Well, you either could go down the road in something or you could stand the sideline. Some of those girls flew in. They wanted to go down the road. Some people were actually coming out of the woodworks, helping to design people's bras and things at home to kind of give them that carnival experience still. And so those people who our community, when things happen, our community comes together and does things. And I think I see Kimal Brady was doing it. I don't know him, but I've been seeing his things being posted, other people posting, other people who are helping to bedazzle costumes and bras for them to go down the road. And those girls go down the road. It is an experience. Some people it might be their first time. They might not do it again. You never know if you have the opportunity to do it again. So while it might not have been the best or look the best, I'm glad she said they look like they had a good time, because at the end of the day, that's what you should be doing, is having a good time. 2025 was a horrible year, in my opinion. There was a lot that happened for me personally and to people that I know. So going along that road and laying up that steamer, forgetting I didn't have a single thought of a bad thing that happened when I went on the road for parade day. It's when it's done, and the next day is when I start to remember things, and I was like, oh, but that day, I had a single thought of the things that plagued me in 2025. So people that need to have their free up moment, whether it was in their costume that they paid for or improvised one, I appreciate that that people still join these troops, because if people stop joining, we're gonna have no parade to watch. And I'm all for solutions. I like a complaint because the complaints are valid, but your complaint should come with some form of things that could be improved, solutions. Give us the two sides of the coin. That's all I want people to do,
Fair enough.
Give me the two sides of the coin.
All right. Now, let me read some of these comments. I don't turn off the music. All right. So Darren saying GOJ is Gentleman of Jones. Coming back strong next year. I'll do my best to help out, and hopefully we're back in full force. I hope so. They always doing their thing. I said before, but they chewed my head off a couple years ago. We got to start thinking about featherless costumes. I really like Jones and Company. If I didn't have my commitment, I would have came down with Jones and Company this year. I am a fan of troops that just have t-shirt and just vibes. I think we're focusing too much on looks and not enough on having fun and showcasing our culture. I think there were only around 10 troops. 20 years ago, we were closer to 50 troops. All right. And surprisingly, Division of Festivals has already dropped the lineups or the dates for all three celebrations this year for St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John.
Nice.
Let's hope they keep this energy. St. Thomas is April 26th to May 2nd. If you didn't know, lock in. St. John, June 27th to July 4th. St. Croix, December 24th to January 2nd. Here's a list of St. Thomas Carnival Fete schedule. They got Big Bad Fete on the 25th, Fort Fete, 5th anniversary, the 26th, Midnight Mass on the 27th, Sunset Soca Wine Festival, the 28th, Daylight Breakfast Fete, the 29th, Party Tanova, PTO, 29th, Soca Elements on the 30th, Butter Bread and Jam Friday on the 1st. All right, and don't forget,
before you move on, just to point out that's private events.
Yes,
that's
private events.
That's not a complete list. That's just one of the what do you call them?
Promoters
that have dropped their events for that season. So.
Yeah, but I like this energy. Let's keep this going. Where they dropping dates and hopefully the lineup is next. And yeah, come on.
So somebody should be looking for tickets because we already have the same great dates for this year.
Yeah.
But as we continue,
somebody is. And don't forget what's up next in St. Croix, AgFest 2026. The theme is agriculture and technology, an ideal mix in 2026. You know I had to rhyme. It's the 54th annual Ag Fair, February 14th through the 16th. Don't forget it. That's a big time. And don't bring the love of your life. Just wait until tonight to celebrate.
I won't bring the love of my life.
There'll be some food or a chicken or some vegetable stand.
Why are you doing me like this?
AgFest 2026, don't forget, it's coming. All right. And we have a message from our sponsor, because it seemed like you're playing with Big Ro. And I don't know why they always playing with Big Ro. But we gonna play this. This thing was about 10 minutes. I had to cut it down, cut out pauses, edit and everything. But check it. AgFest tagline, New Year, New Complaints. That does not rhyme. That's the problem. They don't rhyme. They got rhyme. All right, here we go. Check this out from Big Lima Row, 101.3 Row FM in the building. It seemed like somebody keep playing with her name and she's tired of it. This video was about 10 minutes, so keep in mind we had to cut it down, all right?
And let's start. So, this festival season, I sponsored an event, okay? I did not take any money from these promoters. Oh, and it's two of them, but it's not two of them that I have a problem with. Let me make that clear. Okay, and after hearing my story, I'm sure you guys are gonna know who I'm talking about. Anyhow, so I sponsored an event. They got 100% sponsorship. I didn't ask for a dime. Okay? And when I got to the event and I'm at the door, the ladies at the door seem to not know who I am, which is weird. They can't find my name anywhere on the list. I was very annoyed because I've been there standing up for a minute and I was very annoyed. Okay, my name wasn't even on the list. One of the girls that were working there actually came up and saw me standing there, very confused, and she was like, "What are you guys doing? This is a sponsor. This is Row FM." And she decided to take me to the back. So we got to the back and I'm seeing 3 tents, but they're all filled with people. I don't see a Row FM sign anywhere, so I'm confused. So then she's very confused too, because she doesn't see a section for me. So I'm just there standing, waiting. She went to find out what's going on. While she went to find out what's going on, a girl comes to me and she's like, "I don't think there's a section for you. How many people are you with?" So I told her the amount, and then she says, "Oh no, I don't think it's that much." I said, "Yes, it is." I said, "Where is such and such? He has my count." She walked off. The other one came back. And when she came back, I was told that the other one, you know what? Fuck that. I was told that June said that he forgot that I was coming to the event. I said, "June said what?" Let me tell you. I turned around and I left.
I don't know who June is, but I don't. Okay, first let me say this. Every event that we've done, as much energy, time, money, and all of the stress and everything that planning an event takes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud that it's all been funded by us and the people that support us. Mm-hmm. Because one thing, like dealing with sponsors, you have to fulfill their needs as well, because they've invested in your project. So my mind is boggled that you get sponsorship from someone and they ain't asking you for nothing in return. And if you need sponsorship once, chances are you're gonna need it again. Why would you disrespect the person that sponsored you? They shouldn't even have to ask for a place to help me understand that. Like, only in the Virgin Islands would you take a sponsorship and then disrespect the person that sponsored you. I don't get that. Great job for losing your money. What else should she have done? Contracts is one thing, that's for sure. But she does so many sponsorships, and I don't. In a month, I can't even keep up with how many sponsorships Royal FM actually does in a month. Because keep in mind, this wasn't her event, This was someone else. And if I'm not mistaken, there were 2 that were on the road, separate from this. Because it had rice and wine, it had toast, and I think this is a whole other one. That was just for Carnival. But yeah, you can't put a sponsor's name on the list. So okay, you didn't get a tent, but they don't know who you are?
They know who she is. That's how you don't know who that is.
So you know who it is when you need the sponsorship, though. You forget who it is between the time that we gave you the sponsorship and the time that she showed up for her play. Yeah.
All right.
Nah, they ain't lose track of the sponsor. That's what they should have done. They should have lost track of the sponsor money. But instead, they lost track of the sponsor, which is crazy to me. Stop. Like, you know what? I don't, like I said, we don't know who's doing it, but just apologize, man. If this, you know what I'm saying, just apologize. Like, this is uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you even go out your way to do that? Because there's more. You could go ahead and watch it, check it on her page, you know what I'm saying, and on VI Outlet, it's out there. But yeah, not a thing else for Lima to do. I understand, when you're in a certain position, you should not speak on everything, but sometimes as a human being also, you get sick of people playing with you, man. Should she get her money back? That ain't for me to say. So yeah. So we do trending topics also, and I think it's that time. Let's try and lighten the mood a little bit. During festival, they got hooked on life charters because they do this thing that I am itching to attend.
I know.
Because just like they say Carnival is woman, apparently Fun Run is woman too. But some of that woman, they looking for my type of time. So there's been this discussion. Shout out to the Papi Show, because they were outside for Fun Run and they were trying to find out which man in the VI get a juice. And here's the responses from the lady.
We are in a Papi Show. What's your name?
Kim.
What up? What kind of your voice? Who get the juice? The real juice? The boat man them? The bike man them? The band man them? The man them? Or the truck man them? I didn't say Tola. That wasn't.
I don't know that. I said no. I think I messed with every one of them in my life, and I fucking on board. Because some happily they end up in a fucking relationship after the fact. They post on their
which one? You making it difficult?
None. Damn. I could choose from 1 to go wrong.
In order. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Bad man, truck man, boat man, bike man, and.
So the bad man am making no juice at all?
Bad man first.
The bad man am making no juice?
Bad man last.
Jesus.
Emotional, damn it!
Boat man, you know how much a boat costs?
$40,000.
So they get the juice.
Correct.
Bad man.
Bad man? You like the gunman then?
Bad man.
She got me slow.
Hello, bad man. Bad man.
Look at the juice. Look at it. Define the juice in your definition. So
I wasn't ready for that. I know.
Give me options again, boat man. Ain't gunman.
Maybe the gunman.
Maybe the hood man.
Chill out, yeah? Bad man, chill out. Bad man, chill out.
What you say?
Ain't gunman and ain't bike man for sure. Oh.
So you gave me the boat man? We had a fun.
That could be a bike man.
Right.
We'll take the boat.
Alright, we taking the boat man. Well, now we pause. They taking the boat.
Hey, yo!
Boat man.
I said gunman.
Gunman, I'm get the juice.
Spread the word. Top shutters are back.
That's only what Singer really have to.
That's all Singer have.
I don't know. I tend to have a Merak thing. So him.
To the boat man.
The boat man, I'm get the juice.
Boat man for
Cause
sure.
we had a fun run. So
We get a boat man for sure.
clack it. Tell it.
Clack it.
All right. The young thing them have spoken. So
To be so young and carefree, eh?
exactly. Exactly. Enjoy them shootouts though. you gotta take what come with it there. You gotta ride or die and all of that there. Look, so notice they ain't ask about nice man. They ain't ask about flowers man or nothing like that there, you know. Darren said, how come cell phone man don't get love? They did not even mention man with a 9 to 5. Did you notice that? We see who had the juice. I ain't even vexed. I know a lot of man looking at the price of boats and does a dinghy matter? Does it have to be something with a pontoon? You know what I'm saying? But can we be honest? They love the toxicity and danger. Can we be honest? Neci, come on now. Yeah, enjoy the shoot out them too. Yeah, you that come with it. The turf wars and all of that, they come with it. You gotta fight a couple girls because all of that ain't it. When I want a pesh man, you gotta take the pesh business. You know what I'm talking about. So all of us, hey, you see how Neci look on like she from Brick City, USA, you know. You see how she look on? Do you know where Neci is from? Is she going on like all of this information is new?
Sir, that was a part of my life that doesn't, you know.
It was the first half. What is he talking about?
And I'm in a different half of my life. That's not the kind of man I want. None of them that he lists. None. I can't even do both. I get sick.
Who is they? Who is they? Siobhan. You ain't never been with
Correct.
You never been with a man.
Quick side note, Siobhan, her looks sexy in her white dress last night. My God.
In her what? In her what now?
Her white dress. She went to an all-white event. I just had to big up for a second because she came pop up last night to Vio and everybody was like,
okay, now, Jericho. Okay. Neci innocent. She in a what? She in a what?
Thank you.
She in a what?
That was never my thing.
You see, it's lucky that I am sworn to secrecy, right?
That was not my thing.
Neci, you ain't never been with a bad man.
Yes, but that has not been my record.
Is the bad man still in your life? No. So anyway, moving on. Because I see we lying again at the end of the show. The real juice man is a 9 to 5 man taking care of business. You can't afford them, girl.
I'm trying to big up yourself. I
can't afford them, girl, my boy.
13, Darren. Train your hustle. Don't study them.
Siobhan, everybody in the chat, especially Siobhan, who get a juice? which VI man get a juice? I need to see what the comments saying. No bullet holes for me.
Correct. I like my bad.
So I don't like the experience. For the plot. No. Neci says she been with her bad mom, but he didn't. You could have said he changed his life. Anyway, you're right. I ain't done. Dodging bullets like the Matrix, dangerous job. So Neci's a reformed bad man hunter.
I am not. Listen to me. Even though I raised in David Hamilton Jackson, aka Red Brick, that man in the corner was not the ones I used to talk to. It wasn't.
I wouldn't say she was a bad man hunter though. But I'm not saying she didn't get found. You get what I'm saying? Like,
and I wouldn't say that either. I agree, but I'm saying that's not my. I ain't gonna be there. That's never been my thing, ever.
All right. You just happen to be.
He happened to kind of show it after the intellectual stimulating conversations. Them was,
Who have the juice? Set man race, car man rise, and car business ain't cheap. Jerica is a car girl. She's a car girl.
Seems so.
Siobhan, still answer me. Hey, I learned from a friend a long time ago. Once a woman looks for the money and status, man, she don't like them, and the money is to compensate them for them time. It's one thing I gonna say, right? And I don't think that we as men should take it personally. Women want to be taken care of. You need money to take care of a woman. That's a necessity. Let's just keep it real. Don't get vexed. Get more money. Oh, that Westman period. So gone mad. West is synonymous with what are we talking about? West and bullets go together like peanut butter and jelly. What is you talking about? But Westman period.
What's happening right now?
Hey, they love to see that tall thing on the back seat and the chip thing. The chip thing.
Oh! What you see this? Them girl in the video.
They love to see that tall thing on the back seat and the what we say chopper thing on the lap while they ride around the island in a Moscow car. Hey, I am known to be with nerds. This is a nerds only zone. She said a smart man them get a juice. Okay. I'm glad that Eastman that is sophisticated and take good women on dates. Let me answer this. Eastman woman, Westman woman. Are they different in their character, in their mannerisms? Tell the truth. Tell us in the comments. Again, who is they? Are East people and West people, talking about St. Croix, different? I don't know what I mean. You see, that's how you could tell me never been a bad man. I don't know what chip thing is. I don't know what that means. Explain, help me. It's definitely a chip thing. I don't know what that means. Hey, definitely very different. West girls, definite for facts. Facts. They some of the gangsters, Mia X, thug misses I ever met before in my life. Tinto, Jamal Burt. Jamal, please tell me what does a chip thing mean, please. All right, while they try and figure out who get the juice and what a chip thing mean, we're gonna move on because we get a couple more viral videos I want to post. So you know that is it's an election year. I want to know how y'all feel about this. Would you prefer a debate or something like this?
Is Israel committing genocide in Gaza?
So, would you prefer to watch senators and whoever campaigning to do a town hall where it's a debate, or would you prefer just straight yes or no questions?
I need both.
Both of them?
I need to know that you can answer yes or no questions specifically, and I need to know that you have the capacity within you to debate or debunk or rebuttal someone who is providing information that might not be 100% accurate. I need you to be able to do both. Because technically you're speaking on my behalf when you're a public speaker, and I need you to be able to know how to speak. Okay, now we talk. You know what? This, Jah,
All right. Oh, my biggest boss just came from a West girl. You lucky she didn't slap you? Malberg said that's a Glock with a switch. Peter said, but I love West girls. Hey, they West and East, you gotta go there for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? If, like, they'll be gangster in the West, you know, but they're lover girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're lover girls. The East is more sophisticated and classy, and they want to dress up and all of that. They're cutesy with it, but they still got gangster in them. It just don't come out until you try them. With West girls, they wear the gangster on a sleeve. You gotta get past the gangster first. A red West girl that is a Virgo, you ask him for trouble and trauma.
He couldn't help himself. He could not.
It's always when we come into the close of the show. You've noticed that?
Cannot. Never fail.
I prefer that.
And me like how Darren ain't say how I, treat see he and he, you know what? Never mind. He can't help himself.
Oh. Siobhan says she preferred the yes or no. I like it because there's no
like the
BS.
yes or no.
I like it. Add Pisces to that list too. Here we go. West girl is lover. Listen to me. Listen to the whole statement. You have to get past the gangsternism first, and then they're a lover girl. You have to get past the wall first. All right. Now, will the first thing they buy you probably be a Glock? Yes, but that's still lover girl activities. You know what I'm saying? She wants you to be safe. She's thinking about you. You got to introduce them to chocolates. But yeah, so so you like the yes. I prefer the yes or no town hall, right? Because you can't, even if you don't answer like this guy just did, you answered it.
No, I agree. That's why I said both. I need you to be able to just say yes or no. There's certain things I don't want to hear a rare yes, no. Is it cool?
Yeah.
But in selecting public speaker or public servants, I need to be able to hear your point of view as well in certain things. Not everything, but for certain things. What happened in here?
Well, I'll say the West girl will break your heart. She'll never like you or your juice wasn't juicing.
Jesus.
God, I said the West girl didn't really like you, my boy. Yeah. All right, next trending thing. So, you know, personally, I have an issue with the fact that people continue to use psychiatric terms, but they don't truly understand it. Love bombing, narcissist, overstimulated. You don't even know what it means, but you're using it. And that's one of the big dangers, I think, because it's like people are using these words to the point to where it seems like it has no meaning, but they do. Look at this video where this daughter is living with her mom. She's an adult. This adult daughter lives with her mom, right? And look at what she's requesting. Look at how she behaves. And the title of the video was initially Covert Narcissist. See if you could pick out who the actual narcissist may be.
Writing. Put what in writing? What your wishes are.
I don't know.
My boundary is
my wishes are
no
that
contact
you leave.
Since you
my wishes are either I leave or you leave. These are my wishes. So how is that going to be executed? Because you said no contact. I respect your no contact. But I'm not going to keep walking around in a space where somebody does not want to have no contact with me. That doesn't make sense. Why would you want to be in a space with somebody that you don't want to have no contact with? The person that you don't want to have no contact with is saying, hey, let's sit down, because I'm going to respect your wishes, and let's sit down and create a plan.
You want to go no contact in my house where I'm paying bills? No contact is something that you do for someone that is abusive. If they are abusive, you should not stay in the house. That's the first step, is to get out and not be depending on the person. You can't go no contact and depend on the person at the same time. I think you sent this to me. Neci, what you got?
I did. I just feel like you said, like we use the terminology, we use these words because it suits our need in the time of our crisis. But these are things that are only done for clinically diagnosed people are called narcissists, and clearly she's not, because you should be the one labeling yourself a narcissist because you're trying to con your mother to not talk to she in her house, but you don't want to get put out. You got to go. And the video's a lot longer, but the mom really went on to explain very calmly, very factually, this is what A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and giving her when you're ready to discuss it, we'll discuss the timeline, blah, 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 blah. But she will not be living in a house where this is happening. She's not doing it. And I don't blame the mom.
She called that woman a covert narcissist. So if she is in fact a narcissist, then that would mean that you're dealing with narcissistic abuse, but the abuse is not bad enough that will make you leave and pay your own rent. You just don't want the woman to ever speak to you again, but you live in the same shared spaces and walk past each other and all of that there. But you gonna stay here? First step, the number one thing that you should do is get out. We need to stop using words that we don't understand for real, because this diminishes, like, when people that are actual victims, they use those words, people tend to dismiss it because it becomes so overused. Narcissist is one of those words. Narcissists are actually rare. What people need to understand is every person has narcissistic traits. The amount and how bad your traits are determines if you're a narcissist, and it's less than 4-5% of the world. I had a girl tell me she been with 3 narcissists. You lie. You've been with 3 narcissists in a row?
She must have went to the convention, because I don't know how she find them.
I mean, it's not even likely that you find 3 narcissists in the same household. Oh, you like narcissists then, if that's true.
She going to seek them. She ain't finding them. Then she's seeking them out.
I mean, come on. But I digress. Yeah, we need to stop using these terms if you do not understand it. Gaslighting is another one. Gaslighting does not just mean that they lied to them. Gaslighting means that they're actually trying to make you not believe what you've seen, heard, experienced. It's not just lying. And the last one, since it's Sunday, we're going to throw this in the last one, right? I don't know if you're aware, but there are monks that travel to the U.S., traveling to Washington, walking for peace.
Yes.
If you've ever wondered why there's so many people leaving the church, let me show you this video and give you a reason why they might be leaving the church.
You gotta turn to Christ. He's the only way. You don't love him, you don't have Jesus. If you don't have Christ, it is. It's about Jesus. He's the only way. Is he the only way? The only truth and the only life? It does matter. Your soul is on the line, right? Your soul is on the line. We all walk and we are not talking about anything. Your soul, you are. When you do your chant, your little ritual, you're spreading it. And if your peace is not rooted in Christ, then it's false peace. And I love you enough to tell you that. I love you and your fellow monks to tell you that what you're doing is you're walking your way to hell, and I don't want that for you. No, it's not okay. We have to go to hell. No, God did. Amen. God didn't make you for hell. It's okay. Well, what love is that? We would love if
exactly. We go to hell. We made that choice.
That's not your way. I want you to get on the right way. What I'm doing, if I didn't say anything, it'd be like you were in a burning house and I didn't say anything.
I love your message already.
I love you, and I'm going to be here every step of the way.
I'm telling you, I love you, and I wish you well and happy and peace.
I want you to walk.
And I understand your message.
I want you to walk.
And we have our own journey. You have your own journey. So let us walk on each. Let us walk on each our own path.
So which one in that exchange seems like they ain't going to heaven? The one that said, I receive and I understand your message, I love you, can you please move? Or the one that, you're going to burn in hell if you don't accept my God.
I can't. I had to try.
I'm so confused. Please move for the monks. Also, worst position for a man is to be the first one to treat a woman right. But Bryant's Prose says, I thought they were going to fight with the sticks. Those are walking sticks. that may turn into fighting sticks if that man hadn't moved. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you walking for peace and getting chastised? This is where we are, man. All right. Let's wrap this up. We got over. Thank you very much for watching the show. I hope you enjoy it. Neci, do you have any positive words to leave people with so they could, because this is the beginning of the week, so they could have a good Monday and beyond?
Absolutely. Treat people the way that you want to be treated.
Hey, the golden rule. There you are. As for me, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. It's been another live stream episode of A Different Day with Jah and Neci. We're on every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. AST. If you're in the Virgin Islands, go ahead and share this live. Tell people about A Different Day so they can tune in and join the conversation live. You can follow us on Same Difference on Facebook. Let's see. Follow us on Instagram at Same Difference 2022 and or TikTok at Same_Difference_pod. YouTube is VI_very_own. Let us know if you'd like to donate to the show via PayPal. And also go ahead and follow 101.3 Row FM on Facebook and Instagram so you could tune in to these live streams. We love you guys. We appreciate you coming and joining the conversation. Let other people know about us. We'll be back next Sunday. Neci on Same Difference. She's going to be leading a question and answer all-female panel. I think a week or so after that, they're going to be the all-male panel with me. So bring your questions. You can still submit some more. We got a bunch. So thank you for that. Other than that, man, move out people way. Move out people way. How about that? Just be considerate and get out the way. Stay in your own lane. I saw Neci on Juvia and I was glad to take a pic with her. Shout out to Neci, even though she does be mean to me sometimes. Big up yourself, Queen Tilda. Thanks for watching. All right. Till next week. We love you guys. Peace. We out.